So, you will be alone now? You can make friends. Already Can I talk?
Yeah, do so. I want to know how loud we are.
No, we are testing the sound because if I can talk or not with her. It's possible or not? No?
No, I don't think so.
You can hear me very well?
Yeah, it stopped.
Why it stopped?
Well, this didn't stop, but this stopped.
We can keep the password.
No, my phone is not connected to that. We should just take off the Wi-Fi and
I will try. Do you want me to try?
I think it's the connection of my phone.
I will try. Oh, the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think if we speak out loud, then it's very. I'm going to absolutely die if I'm not allowed to like cough because you've heard it now. It's horrible.
Start for everyone to take a seat at their assigned table or for the participants at their chair. Today we unfortunately don't have microphones, so we'll have to shout. But tomorrow they promise the microphones will be here, so it will be a bit easier. But if at any point anyone can't hear another person well, please just raise a technical, so we'll discuss it. So before we open the GA, we'll proceed with the mock motion that will be with the mock GA that will be delivered by the PC.
Okay. Hello everyone. For those of you who haven't seen me yet, I'm Anda, I'm the EPSA parliamentarian. I will deliver the mock GA. So basically this is the third act of the... Okay, so this is the third act of your preparation for the GA. Do you all hear me now?
No, they say they can't see you.
Okay. Technical. Yes, we'll do it. Okay. I think we will manage now. I'll just start and then I'll try to move so everyone can see me, but yes. So the mock GA. We started with the GA prep. I presented there some parts of the GA procedures. We yesterday had the OD meeting, and now we will just put a bit into practice what will happen during the General Assembly. Okay, again, the General Assembly is the highest decision-making body, and for quorum, we need 1/3 of all ordinary members present, and voting privileges are granted to ordinary members who have who comply with the membership duties as per the terms of reference and standing orders. We also have some roles in the General Assembly. We have the chairperson. Usually the chairperson is the president, who is responsible for the conduction of the assembly, interprets the regulations, and after the approval of the generals, yes, the president will be proposed as chair. Then we have facilitators. This will be a PC, will take turns in the facilitation of the General Assembly. Then we decide the speaking orders, and yeah, you will see us. Then next, please. The Secretary General will be proposed to be the Secretary of the General Assembly, Mariana. She will take the minutes of everything that will be discussed here. We will also have 2 scrutineers per session. They are responsible for giving you the voting cards, pass on microphones, not today, but in the other sessions. And we will also have 2 meeting secretaries per session who will help Mariana with the writing of the minutes. And yes, the Parliamentary Council, except for, apart from us facilitating the GA, will also act as a motions committee, and we will help with the assistance of, in interpretation of the regulations. And I'll just want to remind you again that the deadline for to submit motions or honor life member nominations is Friday, the 2nd of November at noon. And feel free to approach us whenever you would like to discuss proposal of motion. Okay, we discussed basically yesterday. I presented the hand signals, how to use them. So just briefly, this is the new point. We have the direct. This is a direct response to something that has already been said, something that was said. Then we have the technical, the pinky. We also have the next step, please. We have the clarification, the point of information, and because we all need to laugh a bit, we have the bullshit. Are you all comfortable now with the hand signals? Do you all feel that you have enough information on them? Amazing. Then you all know how to use the emotion card, so please use them when you want to express that you agree or disagree with something that another association states. Or if you don't have them, thumbs up, thumbs down. And this is the priority of speaking or rules. So when the PC will open the floor for discussion on a topic, you will get a speaking right. When this will happen, you will have to stand up, state your name and your association, and then your new point. This also will help Mariana a lot when writing the minutes. Yes, technical, I think it's, yes. Sorry?
We will text the RC and then
yes.
we'll see if it's possible.
Also, yes, for tomorrow we will also try to project there, so things will be a bit easier. Okay, so procedural motions. As I said, these may be proposed at any time. They need to be seconded. They will be voted on. Please just keep in mind, if someone is speaking, let that person finish their point and then propose the procedural motion. Yes, here are the most used procedural motions. Are you all okay with them? Do you know how to use them? Which, when? Amazing. Voting. As I said also yesterday and at the GA prep, most of the times the voting will happen by raising your voting card. But when we vote on individuals, we will use secret ballots. And these are some examples of the majorities that we use in our voting. So this is an example when we have 27 ordinary members present. Most of the times we will use the simple majority. So when we have, for the simple majority, we need more votes in favor than against, and the abstentions do not count here. Then we have the absolute majority, where we need more than 50% of the votes in favor, and here abstentions do count. And we have the 2/3 majority, where the number of votes in favor is at least double the number of votes against, and here abstentions do not count. If at any time there is a motion, there is a majority of abstentions, the motion will lie on the table, and whenever the votes for and against are equal, the motion will be defeated. And we are at the practicing part, so we will vote onto motions. Both are proposed by the EPSA executive, and I will read the first one. The 56th EPSA General Assembly mandates clerks to slog squat at least once per day. And I open the floor for a discussion, and I will give Eva maybe the right to motivate this.
Eva, President. During the team meeting, we realized that Chris is the only team member that cannot Slav squat yet, so we propose he practices this week.
Okay, now I open the floor for discussion. So this is the moment where we actually discuss this motion. EPSA.
Susanna, EPSA Poland. I really like this motion, but I have one question. Should he have also the Slav outfit for practicing?
Okay. Chris?
Chris, as the treasurer. So, no, I don't think I should have this Slav outfit. Because, yeah, it's not my style. I rather wear the suits in Slav squad. So,
Go to the classy Slav squad. Okay. Any other comments? Then we will proceed to the voting. I'll just ask the ordinary members to raise one hand per table so we vote. But anyone against this motion? Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously, and we will have Chris Slav squatting. And we have another one, which proposed again by the executive, which says the 56th EPSA General Assembly mandates ANEP France to organize the election of Miss and Mr. AA during the international night. I open the floor for discussion. Would you like to provide the motivation, Eva?
Yes, Eva, President. So I have attended an event where ANEP France kindly participated in the election or choosing of the Mr. and Mrs. of the event, and we thought it was a nice addition, so we're proposing to do it again, and also ANEP France contacted us that they would be willing to do it.
Okay, so now I open the floor for discussion. Clarification, PhD.
Concerning PhD Germany, I just want to know, will they also, will it be ANEP France who will choose who is Mr. and Mrs. AA, or will it just be them all around?
ANEP?
ANEP France will just organize the election. You will vote for Mr. and Mr. Gala night or international night or AA, okay? But we will just organize.
Okay, any other comments? Yes, Abe?
In Portugal, who is providing the grounds for the
PhD?
Concerning PhD Germany, I would propose that we take contact to Burger King, as we all know that they provide high quality crowns for low prices.
Okay, PPSA?
Susanna, EPSA Poland. I don't think the crowns are the most important things, but the prizes for becoming Miss and Mr. So I would rather ask what would be the prize which they would get.
ANEP?
Don't worry about the price. Don't worry about the price. We definitely have a lot of. Let's be careful about it.
Okay. Something that I didn't do. Yes, Apo. KMPSV. And then Apo. And now we have Apo.
Jelena are from Austria, as somebody said there were some prices. I could suggest maybe a French touch.
Any more comments? Something that didn't happen at the previous motion that we voted on, the floor of this discussion was not closed. So what do we need?
9.3.
Proposed by 9.3 proposed by FAB Spain, seconded by ANEP France. I open the floor for discussion on the procedural motion. I close the floor for discussion on the procedural motion, and we vote on the 9.3 now. All those against? Any abstentions? 9.3 was voted unanimously. The floor for discussion is closed, and we will vote the motion. So all those against this motion, please raise your hands. Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously, and Miss and Mr. of AA will be chosen at international level. And I hope that these 3 meetings prepared you for a GA, and not by the end, but by the middle of the GA session, you will get to love the GA as PC does. So thank you very much for this, and I will pass the floor to Eva.
Okay. Now we will proceed with the next point in the agenda, which is the opening of the 56th EPSA General Assembly. So I would like to kindly welcome all of the delegates and all of the observers here. I would remind you that this is the highest decision-making body of EPSA, so every vote counts. The discussions held here will decide on how EPSA will proceed forward. And with that, I would like to wish everyone a productive GA, and yeah, good luck with the next week. And with this, I officially open the 56th General Assembly. So the next point in the agenda is credential forms and introduction of the official delegates. For this, I would first ask all of the official delegates to present themselves, which means that you will stand up, say your name and association and your position in the association. So Mariana will have an easier time meeting, and everyone will know each other for the next week. And I propose we start alphabetically, so with Apop Austria.
Hello, I'm Jelena Apop Austria, and I'm currently on my second mandate for local president in Apop Austria. And you cross and security. And we have from Medeiros, Belgium. I am Alice from Belgium.
I'm Marvin from Medeiros, Belgium. Hi, I'm Riyad. I'm the LS from South Coast of Syria.
Hi guys, Kisha, EPSA Bulgaria. I'm back.
Hello, I'm Peter. I'm the LS from EPSA Bulgaria.
Hi, I'm Marin. I was the LS for CPSA Croatia. Now I'm immediate past LS and chairperson of 16 EPSA.
Hi, I'm Diva, the current LS for CPSA Croatia, and also the part of the reception of the LS.
Hello, I'm Michi Lubek from CPSA Ireland.
Hello, I'm Alice from CPSA and I'm LS. Hello, I'm Christina from US and Law. I'm Vice President for Foreign Affairs. Hi, this is Medeiros.
Hi, I'm Konstantin, PhD Germany. There I'm chairperson of health policy and the policy work, also at the conference.
Laura, also from Germany, and I'm chairperson of the the Netherlands and I in the US. I enter the history in the Netherlands from a professional work. Think of what's Norway and the US. Susanna is a woman, and I am the retired officer.
Okay, thank you everyone. Now the table in front of you will present themselves as well, so you know who we are, and we will start.
I'm Credentials. Hello, I'm Chris. I'm the Credential.
Hello, I'm Anya. I'm the Vice President of
Hi, I'm Eva. I'm the President.
Hi, I'm Mariana, and I'm the Secretary General.
Hey, Diogo, Vice President of Education.
Hello, my name is Nate, and I'm the Vice President of External Relations.
Hi everyone, I'm Vojta, and I'm Parliamentary Council member.
Hey, I'm Amanda. I'm the EPSA parliamentarian.
Hey, I'm Duarte. I'm Parliamentary Council member.
Hi, my name is Laura and I'm EPSA's IT coordinator.
Yes, with that, as you see, two executive members are missing. So Marta, our Vice President of European Affairs, is delivering a workshop right now. So she'll be joining us tomorrow with the other sessions. And our immediate Vice President teacher should be arriving soon to Belgrade. So we'll see if he will be able to join us today or tomorrow. With that, we will now proceed to the next point in the agenda, which is voting rights and membership matters. So first I will ask our Secretary General the status of the LS reports. Mariana.
Mariana, Secretary General, I received all the LS reports in time except for South Bosnia and Herzegovina, but since they are associate members, the voting rights will be even.
And next I will ask our Treasurer to provide the financial updates.
Membership fee will stay the same for next year. Oh, sorry. Everybody paid in time. That is ordinary members. Everybody.
Okay, so with this we will proceed to the next point, which is the appointment appointments. First is the appointment of the chairperson. So the executive is proposing me as president for the chairperson of this General Assembly. And for this we'll need a roll call. So Mariana will proceed with the roll call and you will get a scrutiny. Technical, yes.
Scrutineers are not
okay.
So it's from the table. So Mihai.
AFOP Austria, VFSO Belgium, EPSA Bulgaria, CPSA Croatia, SUPSA Cyprus, USF Czech Republic, SOP Denmark, ANEP France, BPHD Germany, LPSA Latvia, MPSA Macedonia, K.M.P.SOP the Netherlands, NOPSA Norway, PPSA Poland, APEF Portugal, FASFARA Romania, NAPSAR Serbia, CPSA Slovakia, SHRSF Slovenia, PEF Spain, SNAP Sweden, ASEF Switzerland, UPS International Turkey, BPSA United Kingdom. Please raise your voting cards high. We have 23 voting members present.
So with this, we'll proceed to the first motion of this agenda. Yeah, you can do the number. Which is the 56th EPSA General Assembly appoints the EPSA President, Shannon Schiffrer, as the chairperson of the 56th EPSA General Assembly. So I open the floor for discussion. I close the floor for discussion, and we can proceed to the voting. So all of those against the motion? All abstaining? The motion was carried unanimously. We will proceed to the next point in the agenda, which is the appointment of the secretary. And the motion reads, the 56th EPSA General Assembly appoints the EPSA Secretary General, Mariana Medeiros, as secretary for the 56th EPSA General Assembly. I open the floor for discussion. I close the floor for discussion, and we can proceed to the voting procedure. Anyone against this motion? Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously. The next point in the agenda is the appointment of the facilitators. So the motion reads, the 56th EPSA General Assembly appoints Anda Krishan, Duarte Pinto, and Boita Ondra as facilitators for the 56th EPSA General Assembly. I open the floor for discussion. I close the floor for discussion, and we can proceed to the voting procedure. Anyone against this motion? Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously. And with this, I will pass the facilitation to the Parliamentary Council.
Thank you, Eva. We still have two more appointments to approve. First is the appointment of the scrutineers. I apologize in advance if I misread one of the names. So the motion reads, the 56th EPSA General Assembly appoints Baran Arslan, Matit Roy, thanks, Kinga Varminska, Diana Neagu, Emily Churk, Ines Coelho, Diana Iva Pejakovic, Carolina Bea, Alexandra Tsupa, Marva Dalmeida, Marion Mo, Jasper van de Sant, and Masha Polic. Thanks. As scrutineers for the 56th EPSA General Assembly, I open the floor for discussion on the motion. I close the floor for discussion on the motion. I'll proceed to the voting. All those against? Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously. And now we can invite the microphones. And the next one, the 56th EPSA General Assembly appoints Francisca Urinia, Igor Correa, and Evelyn Korat as meeting secretaries for the meeting secretaries for the 56th General Assembly. I open the floor for discussion on the motion. I close the floor for discussion on the motion. I proceed to the voting. All those against? Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously. The next point is the acknowledgement of observers and short introduction. Eva?
Yes, Eva, President. So we have two observers present at the General Assembly. It's IPSF, the International Pharmaceutical Students Federation, and EPSA, the European Medical Students Association. So I will ask all of the representatives to briefly present themselves.
Hello everyone. My name is Katrina. I'm chairperson of the office. I'm here representing myself and the we are so happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation of the policy debates for us. I'm really looking forward to this assembly, and I wish you all the best.
Smaller amount. Yes, again, thank you all for welcoming us. I believe this will be a fruitful autumn assembly. I believe we will have so much fun, as always. A little bit more mates on the spotlight, however, you don't mind, because he's the star first, and hopefully you will accept us in this summer as long as we need to.
Hello everyone, my name is Julian Bivak. I'm from Germany and I'm EMSA's European Institutions Liaison Officer, which is the liaison officer for student organizations. And yes, thank you for the invitation. This is my first EPSA assembly, so I'm really excited to see how this all works. And feel free to always approach me if you want to talk about anything, you know, talk about collaboration and anything. So I'm very happy to be here, and I wish us all a fruitful assembly.
Technical, AFO?
Yeah, I don't know what else to experience.
Rian, please try to speak up, because this part of the room didn't hear. But yes, we will manage, and it's okay. Just for the future comments. Thank you. The next point is the technical MOPSA. Eva?
Yes, yeah, we will text the RC and we will try to figure it out as soon as possible.
Okay, then I will proceed to the next point, which is the changes to the agenda. Eva?
Yes, the executive would like to propose, the executive would like to propose a change to the agenda. So Chris represented EPSA at the EPSA meeting a couple of weeks ago, and he submitted his report, I believe, a week and a half before the General Assembly. But since it was not done before the GA agenda was structured, I would ask you if you would be willing to discuss that report as well. So, emotion cards, are you willing to discuss it or not? Because if you haven't had the time to read it, of course, you won't get it. Okay? So, we propose that change. And the second change of the agenda that we can discuss is we received a big book from Annette France. That's not in the GA package because it was submitted after the deadline. For that to be accepted and discussed, a 9.12 would be needed because the regulations specify that it has to be submitted 4 weeks before the GA. And if it is accepted, it will be discussed on Saturday under applications for new events. So kindly ask the GA to
Seconded. 9.12 proposed by Schiffrer for Slovenia, seconded by AFAP Austria. I open the floor for discussion on the procedural motion. I close the floor for discussion on the procedural motion. I'll proceed to the voting. All those against? Any abstentions?
Should we actually state the article? Yes.
Okay, so, yes.
Before the vote?
Yeah. Okay, so I forgot to state that the article from Torso that will be overruled here is Article 19.3.4, which states that yes, the application needs to be shared 2 weeks before the General Assembly. So this is the article, and now I will proceed again to the voting. So all those against? Any abstentions? The 9.12 was carried unanimously. So this point will be added, and also the big book will be shared through the GA package. And as I explained, just a second, Lian, you're on the list. As I explained also yesterday, we now suspended the regulation, but we need to 9.13 proposed by Slovenia, seconded by KMPSV, the Netherlands. I open the floor for discussion on the procedural motion. I close the floor for discussion on the procedural motion. All those against? Any abstentions? 9.30 was carried unanimously, and now we're in regulations. And I have a new point from APA.
APA proposes to add Baarlo pharmacy and
Technical from Portugal, from APA. And technical from EPSA. Okay. Could you please repeat then, Rian?
APA proposes to add Baarlo pharmacy under AOB.
Okay. Does anyone agree? Okay. Okay. Does anyone would like to propose anything else to be added to the agenda or any changes? If not, we will move to the adoption of the agenda. And the motion reads, the 56th EPSA General Assembly adopts the proposed agenda for the 56th EPSA General Assembly. I open the floor for discussion. I close the floor for discussion. All those against? Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously. And you have The next point is the adoption of the minutes of the 55th EPSA General Assembly from Baarlo, the Netherlands. You've all received the minutes in the GA package. So we will move to the motion, which reads, yes, KMPSV. Sorry?
I have a question about the I was wondering if you thought about the Delegates, if you can remember that they changed their statutes.
Eva?
President, yes, they changed their statutes, so they're now officially EPSA associate members.
Yelena, also I have also a question about the minutes, because we were wondering about the motion 46, the appointment of coordinators. Inside there was, like in the minutes, there was this annex 9.15 procedure motion and stuff that was happening in the closed discussion. So we were wondering if this is normal, okay, because we can put in the closed discussion. Because we as AFIP wondered if we even could say that to our members because it happened in the discussion.
Eva President, yes, that's the procedure in the minutes, because the motion is voted upon together. That's the only part of the discussion that is added. And it's been done before in similar situations.
And a new point from AFIP?
Yelena, also, I also wanted to ask what comments are added on the minutes exactly? Only the comments till the voting, or also comments like that maybe for technical and commercial that happened after the voting? Like, you know what I mean? If discussion is closed, the voting happened, and after the voting, if there are still comments from observers or member associations, these comments are also added in the minutes. Normally.
Mariana, Secretary General, yes, they should be added because it's after closed discussion.
Then from AFIP?
Yelena, also, okay, because I noticed that some comments are actually wishing that they're happening.
Mariana, Secretary General, I can check the minutes were written still by my predecessor, William Pereira, but I can check whether those comments, and if they were set, they can be added to the minutes.
Any more new points? Then I will proceed to the voting. The motion reads: the 56th EPSA General Assembly adopts the minutes of the 55th EPSA General Assembly from Baarlo, the Netherlands. I open the floor for discussion on the motion. I close the floor for discussion on the motion. I'll proceed to the voting. All those against? Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously. Point on the agenda is the representation fund report, the approval, and we will move to the motions. The first one, the 56th EPSA General Assembly accepts the representation fund report from the EPSA Autumn Assembly 2018. This was attended by Dylan Policy Risk Coordinator. I open the floor for discussion on the motion. I close the floor for discussion on the motion. I'll proceed to the voting. All those against? Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously. Okay, the next one. The 56th EPSA General Assembly accepts the representation fund report from the IPSF Executive Meeting 1, which was attended by Nate. I open the floor for discussion. TNBSV?
Yeah, we discussed possible collaboration on the meeting. So what we plan to do is further foster the collaborations we had in the past mandate. So we're going to focus on public health complaints. We are also talking about having a joint webinar. So that's maybe an addition for this mandate. And also some other online activities regards to like other collaborations with IPSF expanding their new office. I mean, it's very internal matter. So nothing that EPSA can or should do about. We can only like have clear communication about this. So we plan to do this. If we do something that affects them, if they do something that affects EPSA, it should just be clearly communicated so that we can talk about it, discuss stuff, and just have a really open communication about everything. And so far, it has been like this, and I hope it's going to be like this in the future mandate.
Okay. Any more comments or questions on this report? Okay. Thank you. If not, then I will close the floor for discussion and we'll proceed to the voting. All those against? Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously. Next, the motion reads: the 56th EPSA General Assembly accepts the representation fund report from the TOPRA annual symposium, again attended by Nate. I open the floor for discussion on the motion. President.
You have stated in the report that you were going to do a follow-up for the company's response to the report on EPSA.
Nate?
Yes, and I also have a lot of follow-up labels in my inbox. So I mean, it's not always the easiest way like to get answers or something, but people were interested. I sent them an introductory email and invited them to further to continue the discussion. And yeah, I'm actually I'm in contact with a couple of people, and hopefully I get something out of it for myself.
Direct from President.
Nate, Relations. Yes, I wrote an article for, it wasn't an article, but it was letter to the editor. So I wrote that, sent to TOPRA, they approved it, and it will be in their December edition, which is meant for the a kind of symposium newsletter. So when I receive it, I can share it with the LS group, so you can actually have a look into a professional newsletter and also with a little touch of text.
Any more comments or questions? If not, I will close the floor for discussion. We'll proceed to the voting. All those against? Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously. Just a second, because we just added this point and we need to prepare the motion for this. Okay, so the motion reads: the 56th EPSA General Assembly accepts the representation fund report from the EPSA autumn meeting, which was attended, as Eva said, by Chris. And I open the floor for discussion. Close the floor for discussion. I'll proceed to the voting. All those against? Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously. Technical, Eva?
Yes, Eva, President. So as you might have noticed in your agendas, we've finished with all of the points that were scheduled for today. So we would like to propose to proceed with the General Assembly, because we never know if any of the other points will take longer, and our proposal to continue is with the administrative department reports. Is that okay with you? Have you managed to read them? Because if not, we can try to find another point of procedure. Is it okay? Yes or no? Okay, so then we'll proceed with the administrative department.
Okay, Court will prepare the slides, and until then, the first from the administrative department will be the president, so I will ask Eva to present her updates for her report.
Yes, so the updates to my report are that I prepared some of the EPSA board posters. I was in contact with the Board of Trustees members. I created the table of contents and the plan for the activity booklet. I attended the CPSA Croatia Congress through VMF. I continued working on some GDPR-related matters. I was preparing for the General Assembly and prepared the background information document for Working Statement 19, and then I was assisting the team with the tasks.
Thank you, Eva. And now I will open the floor for questions.
maybe Eva President. So just to clarify what you said, so you're thinking, you're asking if I have any strategies to tackle the demotivation after handover, after AC, so the handover would be better. So we discussed the handover at the second team meeting, and I stressed to the team that it's important to stay active. So far we don't have any strategies in place to keep the motivation high. The only strategy is the one that was accepted 2 GAs ago, proposed by the members, so that the 60 meeting reports are mandatory to be accepted for the team fund. But so far I haven't thought of any other strategies, but yeah, I will.
Any other comments or questions? Annette, and then KMPSV.
Yeah, Annette. I have a question regarding your report on the key performance indicators. The key performance indicators. I think that it's a very good idea. Why not trying to organize this kind of indicators for the members associations, and it will for the institution will be more engaged in the I don't know. So with this kind of indicators, maybe all the institutions will be more included in EPSA. Maybe EPSA team could follow each association and maybe try to.
Eva, point of information?
Yes, so I will just repeat what Pierre said. So this, I think not everyone heard him. So he's asking about the KPIs, and he's asking if we could implement them for the members as well, as a motivational tool and to increase the engagement of the members in EPSA. So we haven't.
Eva,
yes,
your point.
Eva President. So we haven't discussed that. If you guys would like us to discuss it, me and Anya can discuss it, since Anya is responsible for the member letters, but as this is something very related to you, I would also like to hear your opinion.
Direct by KMPSV. There are no more direct on this topic, so we'll proceed with the new point from KMPSV.
I was wondering about the handover. I thought last year it was in the spreadsheet, but taking points I don't really want to handle. Or did you like it?
Eva.
Eva President. For me, as the incoming president, it was very helpful to see how the progress was going for different positions. Now at the team meeting, we also, as I said before, we discussed the handover, and the team expressed their satisfaction with the idea as well.
Okay. Next on the list is Akko.
Jelena, I think also mention it in the direct, sorry. Maybe like, if not from member associations, maybe like for the key performance indicators, maybe give DLS the option to do that. Maybe that's something that would motivate DLS if you want to.
We have a technical from SOP. Point of information, Eva.
Yes, Eva President. So AFOC is proposing to, instead of to have KPIs for DLSs as an optional tool. So you could submit KPIs for your position if you wanted to. It would be mandatory. So it would be for the LS instead of the association.
Any more comments or questions? Eva?
Yeah, Eva President. So if you want us to proceed with that, I would like to see some emotion cards, yes or no, so we know how to proceed here.
Verification from EPSA. Eva, point of information?
Yes, Eva President. So KPIs are measurable outcomes for your positions. For example, one of my KPIs is that I will write 15 articles for EPSA or member associations. So throughout the mandate we are evaluating our progress made, and why we have them in the EPSA team is to motivate, to deliver more, and also to explore our positions, to see what's possible, what's not possible.
Any other comments or questions for Eva? CPSA?
Marin, CPSA Croatia. I would just like to say regarding KPIs, it would be problematic to do it in a uniform way because the LS position is really different from the association. The association, for example, in Croatia, we are a small association. I'm more promotionally oriented, while, for example, ANF is more policy oriented, the LS position. So doing it in a uniform way where you have some concrete KPIs would not be beneficial, and I don't agree.
Go on.
We have a direct from ANEP.
It's not a correct concept like you roll out two ads or something like this. Just general ways to work with it are is what I consider those kind of KPIs. Not protecting.
Point of information.
Yes, just Eva President, because there's a bit of hear you. He says that it would be for the work within EPSA, not the work you do in your member associations.
Anything else? Comments or questions?
Yes, Eva President, I'm sensing that there's not a general agreement in regards to this. So my proposal would be for everyone to think about it, and we can revisit this at an online LS meeting. Would that be okay?
Any more new points here? Then I'll close the floor for questions for Eva, and we can Okay. Then the next member of the administrative department is the Secretary General. So I will ask Mariana to provide her updates on her.
Mariana, Secretary General. So for my place, since I wrote my report, I wrote the 10th and 11th OEM meeting minutes. I managed the meeting secretaries quickly using photographers open call, and I managed their schedule. I released the 56GA package with all collected reports from LS's, NIPs, and Kings, with only being delayed 3 NIPs reports and 1 LS report. I finalized the first live exec meeting minutes. I sent the KPI spreadsheet to the team and the question spreadsheet from the second team to the team, and that's it.
Mariana, I open the floor for questions. Apep.
Mariana, Secretary General. So the plan is exactly to now report with the scrutineers and meeting secretaries that were appointed, and afterwards use that material for promotion for the call to be open in AC.
Okay. Any other comments or questions?
So I read all the documents with that. I also had live meetings with remote in Lisbon. I also had a live handover meeting in Brussels, and we organized the majority of the EPSA archives. So I feel like for the 3 months I've spent quite enough time with the handover process, and I think like Vilna did a really good job with me, with helping me. So I feel completely fine with it.
Direct from APO.
Yeah, and after Austria, so you spent the whole summer for your handover. Okay.
New point from KMPSV.
Die KMPSV members. It's about the part of the ICAR. I really like to take opportunity to talk about ICAR. I want to encourage other members to, if you know you have part of the ICAR or EPSA, please let it know, and then you can build the EPSA ICAR.
Okay. Any other new points? If not, Eva.
Yes, Eva, President. So I would like to provide some feedback for Mariana. So as you've all noticed, Mariana has been working very diligently on the minutes. They're being submitted to you as fast as she can. The first team meeting minutes were done within the deadlines, and she has also already organized the archives. So all I can say is thank you, Mariana, for your work so far. You will have a tough period ahead with all of the minutes from this trip to Serbia, but I'm very, very confident that you will handle them all.
Okay. Okay, we will proceed to the next. A member of the administrative department, which is Chris, so please present your updates.
Chris, EPSA Treasurer. So in the recent weeks I've been following up on buying a card reader for EPSA. This is not that easy because we need some documents that we need to deliver, and it's a bit of a search, but we are still proceeding for that, and we hope to have that finished by the annual Congress. Also, I've been following up on some unpaid membership fees with some small successes. So, yeah, SAF has paid, so that is nice that that is gone, even though it's still in the deficit, but you can ignore that one. And also, SOP Denmark paid. Also, I did some preparations for the raffle, the nice tickets you can buy by me, by hand, so please treat them with respect. And I started a restructure of the bookkeeping. So I want to upgrade our bookkeeping software so that we can send invoices through the bookkeeping software. By now we never did this, and this gave the risk that invoice was made but never put in the bookkeeping. So if this is done through our bookkeeping software, we don't have this problem anymore, and everything will be tracked off by the actual software. So this is something I'm working on, and I will write guidelines on this as well for my successor. These are my updates.
Thank you, Chris. I open the floor for questions. BPHD.
Concerning BPHD Germany, first of all, thank you for your work so far. I also have a question concerning the grant coordinator. You were the one following up on the transition from financial department to European Affairs department. Can you comment on how you see this whole situation? Was it a beneficial measure we took there, or are there any things to further improve?
Chris.
Chris, as the treasurer. Yes, I believe it was a very good move to move this under another department, since the only thing that the grant coordinator needs from me is some information on our current finances. So I don't have a good, or I'm not the one delivering the actual deliverables for the grant, so it makes more sense to have it under European affairs due to our advocacy work that's related with previously.
Okay. Next is AFOP.
Yeah, I'm also asking the same question as Mariana. How much time do you invest into your work?
Chris.
Chris, as the treasurer. So my time invested in my handover was sometimes a bit limited because I was also writing my thesis for my bachelor degree. However, we had a very good handover, I believe. I had a lot of contact with Diederik. We had 2 meetings. So I started my mandate with a lot of confidence, and I feel that I have good information to start on. Thank you.
Okay, next is APEP and then KMPSV.
Hi,
Well, thank you, Chris, for your presentation. In your report, you state that you tried to add some small explanatory text to the financial documents. Can you please elaborate more on that?
Chris?
I think I may have written that wrong. I was planning on doing that, yes. In the end, I was very limited in my time. I did add some comments at some points when I believed that it was necessary. However, these were PDF comments in the online documents you can see, so they're not visible in the actual papers. But if you log in, you could see them. But for next time, I will try to elaborate a bit more on this, so that I don't have to explain it that much more in an online meeting, and people can prepare more in advance.
KPSV.
I read in your report on the communication that the communication with the RC wasn't going that well. Do you have any insight how the finances of the Congress are going?
Chris?
No, so far I've not been able to establish any contact with the treasurer of the AA, our current AA.
Okay. Any more comments or questions? Eva?
Yes, Eva, President. So then I will also provide feedback to Chris. So I believe I can speak in the name of the entire executive that we trust with the finances. I would like to thank you for keeping such a close eye on them and reminding the executive of the EPSA financial situation so we can make the decisions accordingly. And as with Mariana, I believe we have complete faith in you to continue in this position for the next part of the mandate.
Okay, we will take Chuck's report when he will be here. And since we still have time, Eva, our PC report? Yes, technical, Eva?
Yes, so there's another member of the administrative department, so Chuck, the immediate past president, but he's not here now, so we cannot take his report. Since we have 10 minutes left, would it be okay with you if we take the PC report, since they are here? Yes, so that then we'll proceed with the Parliamentary Council report.
And for this, I give facilitation to Eva.
Yes, so please, PC, provide your updates.
Okay, so since we submitted our report, we had a PC meeting where we discussed the last preparations for the General Assembly. We facilitated the team meeting. We prepared and delivered the GA preparation meeting. I also followed up on it, answered some questions from several official delegates. Then I was in contact with Chris to prepare the financial meeting, and we discussed also about the membership fees. I was also in contact with Eva on the organization of the General Assembly. Then I prepared with Mariana the GA package, and we collaborated in collecting the credential forms and the reports. Then I sent out the OD meeting agenda. We delivered the OD meeting agenda, the OD meeting yesterday. Yes, general GA preparation. That was basically our activity since we submitted our report.
Okay, do we have any comments or questions on the PC report? If not, I will take myself. So, Eva, President, provide feedback to the PC. I think you've prepared very well for this GA. We've had many meetings. You see the presentation is going well. All of the motions are ready. We can all trust you to provide us input on the regulations whenever requested. And you have been following the departments and explaining the regulations to all of the new EPSA team members. So again, I would like to thank you for all the work that you've done so far. And we're all looking forward to the next part of the mandate because, again, we can completely trust you to deliver your tasks. And with this, I close the floor for this, and we will proceed to the motion, which reads: the 56th EPSA General Assembly accepts the Parliamentary Council Autumn Assembly Report 2018-2019. I open the floor for discussion on the motion. I close the floor for the discussion on the motion, and we will proceed to the voting procedure. So anyone against this motion? Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously. But I still have the yes. So with this, I will propose to conclude with the GA for the day, since we don't have the other departments present, and all of the other points would take longer. So in the agenda for tomorrow, we have the Internal Affairs Department, European Affairs Department, Audit Committee, External Affairs Department, Administrative we already took, the EPSA Strategic Plan, and the EPSA Board of Trustees. No, I went too far, I'm sorry. So it's, I apologize, I'll start again. So it's the Educational Department, the PR Department, the Internal Affairs Department, the European Affairs Department, and the Audit Committee. As you saw now, in case the agenda will go faster, we'll proceed with the other points. With the reports, we might have to jump up and down a bit, because all of the coordinators are working hard on the educational program, so they cannot be here at all points. So I would kindly ask you to read all of the reports and prepare in case we have to take any of the reports scheduled for Friday. And if we're still ahead of the agenda, we will proceed with the financial updates tomorrow in case it's needed. So with this, I would ask everyone to raise their voting cards so the scrutineers can collect them.
AFOP Austria, VFSO Belgium, BPHSA Bulgaria, CPSA Croatia, CUPSA Cyprus, USF Czech Republic, SOP Denmark, ANEP France, PPHD Germany, LPSA Latvia, MPSA Macedonia, Credat and Pidates Vita the Netherlands, NOPSA Norway, PPSA Poland, APEF Portugal, Farsvara Romania,